Hello everyone, Solitary Witch Tracks here. Sorry I've been posting videos as frequently as I'd like to. I'm putting my priorities of classes, before everything else, so I can hurry up and graduate. I also have an internship which I'm editing poetry and prose and publishing an online journal and all that, and then work, so sorry. But I just wanted to talk about the transition of the season that's currently going on if you live, in the northern hemisphere, especially the transition of summer to fall, and what that could mean to you. What does that mean for you, and mean for you spiritually maybe, or mentally or physically? To me, fall is a transition of outward reflection towards the inward reflection, because I just feel like, for me personally, in the spring and summer, spring is my transition from my inward reflection during the winter time towards the outward reflection in the summertime, in which I begin to not only reflect, after reflecting upon myself, kind of like hibernating in the winter, being reflect upon nature around me and the Great Spirit and the Ancient Mother and the gods and goddesses that are part of my practice. Now, in this transition from summer to fall is now when I start to look upon myself. I'm reflecting upon my inward spirituality more. I begin to meditate even more, and to pick and sift through my practice and see what do I normally practice, what I don't, what works for me, what doesn't work for me, what I want out of my spirituality and my practice, and how can I achieve that. It's also time for me just to reflect upon that balance of energies, and how balanced I am on the inside, and how reflecting upon just reflecting upon yourself can help you achieve that balance and achieve that sense of peace. And you can just, this is a really particularly magical time for me in the fall. I guess it's because everything is transforming. The transition seasons are what really adhere to me and my practice. And so this transition from summer to fall, seeing the leaves change color and seeing nature just change and transform itself, it's like everything else is also reflecting inwards as well. All the trees are now dropping their leaves, less focused on the sun, less focused on the environment around them, and more or less becoming dormant and focusing on themselves on the inside, and just closing in on themselves, not exactly like shutting off the world, but taking more time to focus on themselves rather than nature around them. And that's how I view this transition season of the fall. That's how I view it for me in my practice. Is just a time for me to focus less on the people around me, the energies around me, nature and everything like that. I do focus on nature still, but this is a time for me to do a lot of inward reflection, a lot of self-guided meditation, spirit journeys, and just going through my path and see what works best for me. I'm really curious to see to hear what this transition means for everyone else, because in the wintertime it's very deep reflection upon me and stuff like that, kind of reflecting upon myself and really what I want and stuff. And this is a lot of time where I do more reading, because in the spring and summer I'm more focused on getting around, in touch with nature and stuff. And in the winter and the fall it's too cold for me to go outside, so I just read and reflect and write notes and stuff in my little journals and everything. And so I was just wondering, what do you guys do for your inward reflection, if you do that transition from outward reflection to inward reflection, what it means to you, and just what do you do? But this is especially a good time that I definitely connect with Hecate and working with her and stuff, and working with whatever gods and goddesses that to me symbolize the darker times of the year, because there's more nighttime than there's daytime, at least where I'm living right now, and the nights are growing longer and the days are growing shorter. And this also kind of just goes with that whole inward reflection thing for me. And so some gods and goddesses I'll be working with are Hel, Hades, and gods and goddesses of that aspect, more the the underworld aspect, but I feel like they're a good transition gods and deities to work with during the fall and the winter, and just to help me reflect upon my practice and, you know, to see what I really want out of my spirituality. I mean, I know what I particularly want right now. I mean, I want that inner sense of peace and, you know, just that calmness and that knowing and just that feeling you get when you are spiritually sound. Like, how should I put it? Like, if you've ever been near an actual monk, like a Buddhist monk in particular, or anyone who's really spiritual and really into their religion, you know the feeling and you just get that energy that comes off them. That's how I want to be like. That's how I want to be one day, you know. I mean, maybe I will, maybe I won't, who knows, but I'm working out through my practice right now, my spirituality, and still figuring out what works and what doesn't work for me. And I feel like a lot of people who are more spiritual than religious go through that for like the rest of their lives, because we don't have a set ground of rules to follow. We just kind of go with what really rings true to ourselves, you know, what resonates with our souls. But I really want to find out what resonates with my soul, and I'm getting there. But I really would like to know what does this transition mean to you guys. VRs would be great, but for me, it's just, I'm starting to already, like, I can feel like my, I don't know if it's my aura or my spirit or whatever, just starting to turn inwards upon myself and feel a reflection, and just, it's a magical transition for me. I love this part of the year. It's my favorite part. For some reason, during the fall, I feel like really spiritual and really magical. I'm just like, I can do anything, kind of thing. So, I don't know, I just want to talk about this because yesterday I went to Shenandoah National Park, and I went climbing rocks and caves and stuff, and I saw this flower meadow, and I saw leaves changing color, and I was like, wow, oh my god, nature, and stuff like that. But I'm really excited about this, and I'd like, if you guys have any things, I want to hear about it, because, you know, I'm still adding and taking away from my spirituality and just finding out what works, kind of thing. But yeah, I miss you guys a lot. But I still watch your videos, so even if I don't comment all the time, I still watch them, so I'm still trying to keep up with YouTube. I'm still trying to catch up, because during the summer I spent less time making videos and more time just being like, whoa, nature. It's because in the wintertime and the fall time I stay inside, and so I have more chances of making videos, and this is my way of inward reflection, because these videos are more like me just talking about my spirituality and learning for myself and watching them back again at me, and then I just post them on YouTube because I'm like, whatever. In the summertime, I'm just like, I know my spirituality, I know my things, whatever. Time to go outside and not make videos. So that's another reason why I haven't made videos over the summer, because I've been like, outside. Okay, enough rambling. I gotta go do homework. Love you guys. Blessed be. Namaste.